The origin and history of anime: origins, makers, popular works, etymology, and cultural impact. Anime, Japan's distinctive form of animated storytelling, grew from a handful of short films in the 1910s into a global multimedia industry that shapes youth culture, fashion, music, fandom, and creative industries worldwide. This video traces anime's etymology and technical beginnings, its major historical phases, the creators and studios who defined it, the most widely known franchises, and the ways anime has changed popular culture and youth identity. Etymology, where the word anime comes from. The Japanese word anime is a clipped form of the English word animation. In Japanese, anime simply denotes animation of any origin. In English and other languages, it has come to mean specifically Japanese-style animated works. There are competing accounts about whether anime was influenced by the French dessin anime, animated drawing, or is purely a shortening of animation in English. Most standard references treat anime as the Japanese shortening of animation. Early origins: 1910s, 1940s experimentation and wartime production. Japanese animation did not appear overnight. Short experimental and commercial animated films began to appear in the 1910s. Three early pioneers are often named as the fathers of anime: Oten Shimokawa, Junichi Kauchi, and Seitaro Kitayama, who produced short animated films circa 1917. These early works were technically simple, often chalkboard, cutout, or stop-motion techniques, and they set a foundation for later stylistic and production developments. During the 1930s and World War II, animation was used for both commercial entertainment and government propaganda. A notable wartime work is Mitsuyo Seo's Momotaro, Sacred Sailors, 1945, one of the first Japanese feature-length animated films and a government-commissioned piece. The wartime industry trained animators and created production practices that would be adapted in the post-war era. The Tezuka Revolution and the Rise of Television Anime, 1950s, 1970s. Osamu Tezuka, a manga artist who is frequently called the god of manga, fundamentally altered the visual grammar and economics of Japanese animation. Tezuka's adaptations of his manga for television, most famously Astro Boy, first broadcast in 1963, pioneered a production style that economized animation, limited animation techniques, expressive large eyes, strong character-focused storytelling, so TV-length series could be produced and broadcast regularly. Astro Boy's popularity both in Japan and abroad established television anime as a mass medium and a commercial franchise model, merchandise, licensing, for decades to follow. From the 1960s into the 1970s, large studios such as Toei Animation began producing long-running TV series and feature films. Genres diversified: mecha robot shows, magical girl series, sports anime, and others, and anime became a staple of Japanese TV schedules. Diversification, auteur directors, and the OVA film boom, 1980s, 1990s. The 1980s and 1990s were transformative. The industry saw both commercial franchises and auteur-driven feature films that broadened anime's artistic ambitions. Studios and auteurs. Hayao Miyazaki and Isao Takahata co-founded Studio Ghibli in 1985. Ghibli's films, for example, My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, raised international awareness of anime as cinematic art, winning awards and critical recognition. Directors such as Mamoru Oshii, Ghost in the Shell, Satoshi Kon, Perfect Blue, Paprika, and Katsuhiro Otomo, Akira, 1988, pushed narrative, visual, and thematic boundaries, OVAs, and creative freedom. The direct-to-video OVA, original video animation, market allowed riskier content and niche genres to flourish, while home video and Laserdisc helped anime circulate internationally among dedicated fans. Iconic franchise development. Series like Mobile Suit Gundam, 1979, invented the realistic mecha subgenre and a model of toy-driven merchandising and mature serialized storytelling that influenced later works. The Global Spread and the Anime Boom 1990s, 2010s. Several factors drove anime's global spread. Home video fan translation, fan subs, foreign TV and theatrical releases, anime-focused conventions, and the growth of internet fandom. Western interests surged with titles such as Dragon Ball Z, Pokémon, Sailor Moon, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Cowboy Bebop. By the 2000s and 2010s, anime was a recognized sector in global pop culture, influencing Western animation, live-action cinema, fashion, and video game aesthetics. Scholarly and industry histories document this process and the emergence of a large multimedia industry that links manga, anime, games, toys, and events. Famous creators and studios who made anime what it is. A short list of key creators include Osamu Tezuka, Hayao Miyazaki, Isa Takahata, Katsuhiro Otomo, Hideaki Anno, creator, director of Neon Genesis Evangelion, Satoshi Kon, Mamoru Hosoda, Makoto Shinkai, modern auteur known for Your Name, and many influential mangaka whose works became anime. For example, Eiichiro Oda of One Piece, Masashi Kishimoto of Naruto. The famous animation studios include Toei Animation, long-running TV franchises, Studio Ghibli, cinematic auteur films, Sunrise Gundam, Madhouse, Production IG, Gainax, early works and experimentation, Kyoto Animation, noted for high-quality TV production, Bones, Mappa, and others that define contemporary production styles. Let's see what the most popular anime are, franchises, and cultural ubiquity. Popularity can be measured in different ways: TV viewership, box office, manga sales, streaming hours. Some franchise-level facts are: manga sales, long-term popularity. Franchises such as One Piece, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Detective Conan, and Demon Slayer rank among the best-selling manga series in history. Global streaming and contemporary hits. Recent years have seen titles like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan draw enormous global audiences, while classic series, Naruto, One Piece, remain top-viewed on streaming platforms. Streaming platforms' internal reporting and industry reporting indicate anime viewing hours in the billions globally on major platforms, reflecting anime's appeal to young viewers worldwide. Impacts of anime on popular culture and youth. Anime's cultural effects are numerous and layered. They include 1. Fandom and identity, otaku culture. A distinct fan identity, otaku, emerged in the 1980s to describe obsessive fans of anime, manga, and related media. While initially pejorative in Japan, the term and the associated subculture evolved, and fandom platforms, conventions, cosplay, and fanworks became mainstream elements of youth culture globally. Scholarly work and journalism trace the origin of the modern otaku, labeled to the early 1980s, and document its global diffusion. 2. Visual and narrative influence. Anime's visual language, expressive character design, emotive close-ups, genre-specific conventions has influenced Western animation, comic art, and even live-action filmmaking. 3. Fashion, music, and lifestyle. Anime aesthetics feed fashion, kawaii culture, cosplaying, music, J-pop and anime theme songs, and lifestyle products, figurines, clothing, cafes, themed attractions. Anime-driven tourism, visits to real-world locations depicted in shows, has become an economic factor in some Japanese towns. 4. Economic and industry impact. Anime has grown into a major creative industry linking manga publishing, animation production, merchandising, streaming licensing, and events. Industry analyses and histories estimate the market in the billions of dollars and highlight anime as a major Japanese cultural export. 5. Youth socialization and creativity. For many young people, anime offers narratives about identity, friendship, resilience, and social issues. It is a source of aesthetic inspiration and community building, online forums, fan art, amateur animation. Contested and critical issues. Anime's global rise brings challenges. These challenges include labor and production pressures, Tight schedules, low pay for some animators, and demanding production pipelines have drawn criticism and calls for industry reform. Cultural translation and adaptation. Some works have been edited or localized in ways that change meaning. Other issues involve representation and stereotyping. Extremes of fandom and moral panics. Debates about fandom behavior and occasional association with extreme incidents have shaped public perceptions of otaku culture in both Japan and abroad. Scholarly work contextualizes these debates rather than treating them as defining features. From experimental shorts in the 1910s to multi-platform global franchises, anime has matured into a complex cultural and economic force. Its visual styles and storytelling conventions, shaped by pioneers such as Shimokawa, Tezuka, Miyazaki, and many others, have both preserved local Japanese storytelling traditions and created a transnational language that resonates especially with younger generations. Anime's future will be shaped by changing technology, streaming, AI-assisted tools, industry reforms, and the continuing creativity of studios and independent creators. Let us know about your favorite anime. Thank you for watching.